This is Alex's favorite. And then you got one hiding in the back, very chill. So going like, a little shy, a little skittish right now.
This one likes us though.
Yeah. Sylvester, he's the boy. Oh, gonna peep TV.
What are we watching?
Samurai Champloo. Samurai Champloo, #1 anime. Okay, look. Before every big match, I just let it play in the background. 1 week, I just let it play in the background the whole time. Yeah. So all of this stuff is because of my wife, right? All of this stuff, if it was me, I would have a flat mattress. However, this spot is my spot. This is every morning ritual. We get the pour over going. Probably make up. I'll brew a cup. Big coffee drinker. I don't really mess with espresso too much. That's my brother's kind of realm. So a lot of these things were gifts. Like this grinder, really nice grinder, gift before ADCC. After I won Zapatero, one of my buddies sent me the siphon. So after WNO, if you fuck with your boy, send me some coffee gear. Got 2 kettles. Reason being is when I used to have a job, I had a kettle for the office. No longer have a job because this is my job. Now I have 2 kettles. I can do a bunch of different temperature control on that. So I left work last year, or less than a year ago. All right, around Zapatero when I won that 100K, it just, gave me and my brother a chance to kind of open a gym, and that's what we're doing now. And since then, I've just been working, I've just been a full-time athlete, full-time grappler for maybe the last 10 months. So it hasn't been that long, but
kind of crazy to think about.
Dude, I'm loving it. Have that plan, get this going. We don't have a dinner table. Space is already tight. I just literally do some mobility. I posted something on my Instagram. I was like, do I hate doing mobility? Because it's so it's not like lifting or like conditioning. It's not like something like hard and exciting. It's kind of boring. So I literally started doing the coffee thing with the mobility because I like coffee. And now I haven't missed like a day doing mobility and coffee. Yeah. Stack those things together. Very addicted to caffeine though, but I'm mobile. And do all these like weird positions. Gotta keep the coffee in my hand. If I spill a drop of coffee, that means I'm pretty smoked for that day because I'm all tight and stuff. I don't know. Yesterday was a pretty good day though. It was a pretty good day. Oh, peep that real quick. Who got this, bro? Who got the one hand? No one's got the one hand. All right, right here. Been watching this guy in Japan make this crazy omelets. Hopefully to go and get the pan super hot. Just keep the eggs moving. Usually I have this with rice, but I'm cutting weight. I'm on low carb this last week. All right, let that set. Didn't drill this, by the way, guys. Never drilled this. I ecoed my way through making omelets. Oh, hold up, save it.
Everyone's gonna be like, maybe you should have.
Hold on. No, we can save it.
Yeah.
There's play there. I know every day in the life there's an egg scene in flow. So this is my egg scene. It's a little open on the outside. It's not closed up. I'll give this like a 7. 7 out of 10.
How hard is it for you to make 155?
155 is not too bad. I don't know. People are kind of, I don't know what the reason is, but people are kind of they kind of hide how much they weigh. They don't want to put it on camera. I walk around like 170. 170 when I'm on like just chilling, maybe 175. So making 155 is not too hard. A little bit of it's like a 15-pound cut, but it's not all on the day before. Usually I'll get down to like 163 and do like a 8-pound water cut, which is not bad at all. I've been grappling a lot longer than I've been an engineer. And I remember when I was like out of college, between work or like looking for a job, I had this like 6 months of just grappling. And I remember like I was teaching, grappling, traveling, teaching seminars. It's like, man, this is like me and my brother were both doing that. It's like, man, this is what we want to do. Dive into work. For sure, engineering is like a good, secure salary. And we use that to kind of save up and support the lifestyle. But now it's like being able to support myself, grappling, teaching, and opening a gym. Like, if I don't have to go back to being an engineer, I won't, right? But I can if I need to. I know, yeah. We drank coffee at the house pre-game. Now we drink a stronger coffee, a Vietnamese coffee at Mia Kane, one of our standard jiu-jitsu staple spots. Acai and Vietnamese coffee.
Are you big into Vietnamese coffee?
Love it,
I
love it.
Vietnamese coffee.
Love it, very strong. Almost gives me a heart attack every time. I think we got the boys here too.
They're mad at you for being a little late?
Yeah.
Victor doesn't mess around with being late.
They don't, we always start on time. But I'm just gonna blame it on the flow guys while we're late.
I don't know what's wrong with this fucking guy. I thought he represented standard. As you can see, he should have been the first guy here.
I don't want to get ahead of it. He's gonna blame us. It was all him, you know.
I probably come here like 2 or 3 times a week just get a coffee. They know us. They follow standard too. So, and there's another coffee shop that follows standard. So, Rockville, a lot of small businesses like. We're trying to try to build a community around here, so let's go. Yeah, he's got the best Vietnamese coffee in Rockville, probably in the DMV. Look at that. Thank you, appreciate it.
What's special about Vietnamese coffee?
I don't know, it gets my heart racing, So yeah. So we got the boys out. Dark Wizard, Greg, Marcos, Rod. Every standard piece of media goes through him. Got Masters 2 Pan Champ over there, Josh.
Oh, Josh.
Got Hosher, coming from Chicago. He's been training with us almost not even a year, but he's been training. And then this guy from Canada, Julio.
Shout out Canada.
Shout out Canada.
How do you guys think Deandre is going to do in the 155 bracket?
Let's be real. He's going to smush whoever you put in front of him unless it's Dorian, and then that is going to be exciting because me personally, I don't know what they think. I think it's going to be who can be the first one to lock their hands around the other guy. That's going to be the actual fight. It's not going to be any wrestling or guard play and nothing specific. Just who can lock their hands or legs around the other guy and might decide to win.
I was working a desk job for so long that I started feeling like my body kind of started deteriorating, getting like all contracted sitting all day. So when I was working the office job, I was like, I just found ways to get walking in and I just started feeling better. And then the next thing I knew was like, it became a regular thing, right? And the cool thing, or the funny thing about working the office was that I couldn't have my phone in the office though, because of the nature of my work. So I literally had to get the pedometer. And I was like, all right, let me keep track about like how much like activity I got. And then I've just kept the pedometer the whole time. It was also a way to help me kind of get some extra activity in to cut weight because we're training a lot already and I still like to like eat a pretty good amount. So like how can I get some extra low level activity in? I would just walk and walk and walk. I've walked 100,000 steps before in one day, which is 16 and a half hours, like almost 50 miles. I walked to DC and back to Rockville. And that took a long ass time. And I'll tell you what, it was actually pretty nice. It was a nice day. Body felt pretty good afterwards. Feet were sore, but that was the farthest I've ever walked at one time. All right, thanks for hanging out with me guys and spending the morning. Gonna get some more steps in, got a lot to do. But got 19,000 more steps before I go to training later on, but I'll see you there.
What's going on, guys? This is Coach Greg. We're in Rockville, Maryland here at Standard Jiu-Jitsu. We're finishing up our training camp for Deandre Corbe, who's fighting a 4-man bracket at FloGrappling next week. We're just finishing our last bit of training, so tonight we're doing match simulation. We've already gone through an entire camp over the last 8 weeks that's whittled down into these moments. Typically the last week or two, we're focused on weight cut and we're focused on match simulation as our final stage of training. The whole thing we're looking for is sharpness, right? So we want to make sure that all the stress we put him through over the last couple weeks, he's recovering from. So he should look sharp this week. He should look fast. He should look explosive. He should look fresh with his exchange. The fatigue is going to start to come off. So by the time we peak, we're going to be in peak for the match next week. So I'm just looking for sharp, fresh behavior. Guys, this is up real quick. This is what we're doing tonight. We're doing 3 15s. So you have a 15 to 5-minute break, get a new partner, 15, 5-minute break, one more, then we go home. Got it? All right, jump. Get it. Oh, training's always going great. I mean, you know, in 6 years, I've never had a training problem with Deandre. He's always where he's supposed to be. He's always accountable for his health, his performance, taking care of himself. So we're always good, man, and we're good now.
I got a good team, got a good coach, got a good team, got a good room. That's all you really need.
People who never get to come in this room and train with them, what's that experience like?
It's miserable, man. It's miserable in the best way possible. I mean, I think just my experience training with him is that the pressure feels different. He's always applying forward pressure. There's never a break. He's switching from task to task, and it's inspiring. I'm constantly trying to steal as much shit as I can from him. He never gets tired. I watched him make somebody cardio puke while he was breathing through his nose. And like, that guy fucked me up. So, I don't know, man, there's levels.
And he's got a big match coming up next week on FloGrappling, and who's number 1 in a 4-man bracket for the lightweight title. How do you think Deandre's going to do?
Oh, it's got to be Standard on top, right? We know we got to get the Corbe brothers back on top. I think we all know what the match is that everybody's hoping to see, and I hope that's the finals, and I hope to see Deandre come out on top and make all this suffering worth it.
Guys, it's up. You got 5 minutes to rest. Go chill, get your water, get fully recovered. We're doing 2 more.
Nasal breathing only. Nasal breathing only. No, first round maybe nasal breathing. Second round, these next two are gonna be a little tougher for sure.
Nice. Who are you going with in the second round?
We got my boy Sid. He just won the 170 finishers title. So I got Sid and then one of our black belts, Travis, last round. We've been making a run in the ADCC Opens. And he's been taking it to some high level guys, man. You know, these guys are relatively unknown, but they're developing, they're coming.
High pace. We're not saving anything. Empty the tank. Hit those hips. Don't jump to the shoulders. He's the athlete that every coach wants. He's a guy you don't have to be accountable for. He comes here because he wants to be here. He works hard because he wants to work hard. He takes care of himself because he wants to take care of himself. All the effort you see him give is purely from his desire. You don't need to pump him up or motivate him. He sleeps well, he eats well, he trains hard as hell. He does everything he's supposed to do to be the guy that he's trying to become. And so he's a unicorn. You see those once in a blue moon. Like for example, in 6 years, he's never missed a practice. He's never been late to a practice. He's never been hurt. I mean, I don't know. He's the athlete, right? He's the athlete you want. So we have an idea of how we want Jiu-Jitsu to play out, and he was willing to do that philosophy and do it that way and express it out there. And of course, he comes up with his own things and comes up with his own way to express it, but he trains as we train him, right? So the philosophy is, we attack the periphery, get access to center mass, we immobilize center mass, isolate, re-attack the periphery. He's a strong grip fighter, strong positional control, very precise finisher, prioritizes leg strangles over any other thing, strong entanglements with strong heel hooks. Very focused, intense, and purposeful grappler.
And then we got one more. Let's give it coverage. Let's go.
I don't know if you heard Greg earlier, but usually last week we do a lot of simulation. Obviously, he's not going to replicate the full intensity of a competition, but match length, the constraints is an open round like a regular match. So that's what we're going to do all week, just taper off. Just feels like a fucking wet blanket, dude. Like, you can't get him off you, can't move him. It's just continually just getting smushed. But it's good though. I like it. It fucking, pushes us to get better. So,
What do you think it is that makes Deandre so good, makes him kind of different?
it's his focus, man. He can stay focused on one thing, holding any line as long as he wants, and just like his intentionality is always there. Like, he's gonna get what he wants, no matter how long it takes him to do it. Like, that's such a crazy quality to have as a grappler. And he's just able to like impose his will on people.
This is your most important round. Let it go. Can't do fatigue. We can't do it.
We don't look at our athletes per se. We impose our will on everyone that we fight. We train to do so. The idea is that we expose our students to enough variation that it prepares them for novelty, meaning put anyone in front of them. Because we've used so much variation in our training, we're prepared for anything they can throw at us. And again, we prepare by imposing our will and training to do so. There are some things about the athlete that we will take into account based on their personal styles, but we don't train them specifically for that person. A better way to think about it is we train them for the situations and conditions that might present based on who those athletes are versus who Deandre is and how we imagine that could possibly play out.
Do the work tonight, guys. You guys are finished. Remember, it was a hard practice. The recovery starts now. When you get done tonight, hydrate, carbohydrate, and get some rest.
Happy our guys get this opportunity to go out there and shine. I want more of these opportunities for more of my athletes as I continue to make new ones and grow new ones. We want to be out there. We want to keep climbing to the top and do what we do.